Okay students, now in this video I'm going to cover linear equation in two variables. So first we need to understand what does it mean by linear equation in two variable. So linear equation two variables is very easy. Equation means you have to see equal to sign. And now here linear means the power of the variable is 1, and two variables means we are taking two unknown quantity, right? So we'll write like 5x minus 7y equals to 11. So this is a linear equation in two variable, because you will see equal to sign and then you see two different alphabetic letters, two different unknown quantity, and the power of the unknown quantity is 1. So this is called linear equation in two variable. So we can write so many linear equation two variable, like example 3x minus y equal to 6. This is also a linear equation two variable, because you see two variable and the power of the variable is 1 and you see a equal to sign. Okay, now let's take another example like x equal to 3. Now this is a linear equation in one variable, because you see only one variable in this equation. Now we can write this linear equation one variable in terms of linear equation two variable by adding one additional variable, like x plus 0 into y equal to 3. Now it becomes linear equation in two variable, because you see two different alphabetic letters. But here adding of y doesn't affect this equality, because y is multiplied by 0. So every linear equation in one variable can be written in the form of linear equation in two variable. Okay, so the next is solution of linear equation two variable. Solution of linear equation in two variable. Okay, now here what does it mean by solution of linear equation two variable? How does the solution of linear equation two variable looks like? So solution of linear equation is an ordered pair, right? X comma y. It's an ordered pair which when substitute in the equation satisfies the given equation. So solution means it's an ordered pair. So all the ordered pairs are not solutions, but there are those solutions, those ordered pair which satisfies the given equation are said to be solution of linear equation two variable. For example, we have a linear equation two variable like x plus y equal to 5. This is a linear equation in two variable. Now I'm going to take x equals to 3 and y equals to 2. When you add these two, what you get? 5. So here at 3 and 2 together written is called is a solution, because when you take x equal to 3 and y equals to 2, 3 plus 2 equals to 5. So it left hand side is equal to right hand side. So this ordered pair is called a solution. So here in the place of x you have taken 3, in the place of y you have taken 2. So this ordered pair is said to be a solution. So it's a very easy to understand. The pair, it's a very important word. An ordered pair which satisfies the given equation is called a solution of the linear equation. Now next we are going to find a solution of linear equation two variable. Okay, so next is finding a solutions. Let's say find three different solutions of 2x minus 3y equals to 7. Now this is a linear equation in two variable. We have to find three different solutions. So finding a solution is very easy. So all the procedure is repeated again, a repeated procedure, right? So okay, now you are going to find solution. So it's very simple. You can take any value of x, and when you take x you will get a corresponding y value. So when x equals to 0, let's take x equals to 0, then you copy down same equation 2, in the place of x you are going to write 0 minus 3y equal to 7. So 2 into 0, 0 minus 3y equal to 7. So negative 3y equal to 7. So y equals to negative 7 by 3. So when you take x equal to 0, you get a y equal to negative 7 by 3. Therefore 0 comma negative 7 by 3 is a solution. Okay, we can find another solution when x equal to say 1. So when we take x equals to 1, what happens to the y value? So 2 into 1 minus 3y equal to 7. So it's equals to 2 minus 3y equal to 7. Negative 3y equals to 2. When you take to the other side, it becomes a negative 2. So 7 minus 2 equal to 5. So you get y equal to negative 5 by 3. So here, when you take x equals to 1, you get a y value negative 5 by 3. Therefore, this pair 1 comma negative 5 by 3 is also a solution. Okay, now we have to find one more solution, right? We have to find 3 solutions. So again, we're going to take x when x equals to, say, let's take 2. So it's in the equation, you're going to replace x by 2. 2 into 2 minus 3y equal to 7. That means 4 minus 3y equal to 7. Negative 3y equals to 7. When you take 4 to the right side, it becomes negative 4. So 7 minus negative 4 is 3. So y equals to 3 divided by 3. So y equals to negative 1. So here 2 comma negative 1 is a solution, right? So how do we write conclusion? Therefore 3 different solutions are. How do we write solutions? We write solutions in ordered pair. When x equals to 0, y negative 7 by 3. Okay, one solution. When x equal to 1, we get y equal to negative 5 by 3. Another solution. When x equals to 2, y equals to negative 1 is a solution. Okay, so we have found out the 3 different solutions. Okay, now let's take another example and find a solution. So it's another case. Okay, find 3 different solutions of, let's say, x equal to 3. Now this is a linear equation 1 variable. So linear equation 1 variable has only one solution, but we can express this as a linear equation 2 variable and can find out another how many solutions. We can find many solutions. Okay, now here we have to find 3 different solutions of x equals 3. So what we're going to do is x equals to 3. This is a linear equation 1 variable. Now it can be written as linear equation 2 variable, right? So it can be written as x plus 0 into y equals to 3. Right now it becomes a linear equation 2 variable. Now in linear equation 2 variable, we already knew that we can find infinitely many solutions. So we need to find 3 different solutions. So here, for all the values of y, x equals to 3. Y is multiplied by 0. So when we take y value, it doesn't affect the equation. Whatever the y value, it doesn't affect the equation. So for all the values of y, x remains constant. X equals to 3. Right? So it's very simple. Therefore, 3 different solutions are, okay, solution means we used to write in order pair. We need a 3 order pair, right? 2 and 3. Now here x value is fixed, right? So for any values of y, x will remain as a 3. So it's very easy to write down x 3, 3 and 3. Now you can take any values of y because the value of y doesn't affect this equation. So you can take 1 and 2 and 3. So the 3 different solutions are 3, 1, 3, 2 and 3, 3. We can still find so many other solutions. because a linear equation, I have already stated that linear equation two variable has infinitely many solutions, because we can take any value of x, and corresponding to that x value we are going to get respective y values. So this is how we find out the solution of a linear equation in two variables. Now next case is we have to check whether the given ordered pair is a solution or not. Okay, next. Okay, I'll write in a new paper. Okay, next we are going to check whether 2, 3 is a solution of 2x plus 3y equals to 12. Now we are going to check whether this ordered pair is a solution of this linear equation in two variables. So what we are going to do is we are going to take x equals to 2, y equal to 3, and then we are going to simultaneously substitute in this equation, and we're going to see whether the left hand side and right hand side becomes equal or not. If the left hand side and right hand side become equal, then the given order pair is a solution, right? So it's very easy. Directly copy down the equation, but in the place of x we are going to write 2, in the place of y we are going to write 3. So 2 into 2 plus 3 into 3 equal to 12. But at present we are not sure whether the order pair is a solution of this given linear equation or not. So we are going to put question mark. We are not sure. Now simplify. 2 into 2 equals 4, plus 3 into 3 equals 9, and still we are going to put question mark because we are not sure. Now 4 plus 9, 13. And here right hand side 12. Now 13 is not equal to 12, so we can easily say that therefore 2, 3 is not a solution of 2x plus 3y equal to 12. Okay, now let's check for another. Let's change the order pair, right? Check whether 3, 2 is a solution of 2x plus 3y equal to 12. Now we'll check whether 3, 2 is a solution or not, right? Okay, now what we're going to do, we are going to take x equal, the first value is the x value and the second value is y value. Always you have to keep in mind, the first is x value, second is y value. So here x value is taking as 3, y value is taking as 2. Now we are going to simultaneously substitute in this equation, going to see whether the left hand side and right hand side become equal or not. Okay, 2 into 3 plus 3 into 2 equal to 12. We are not sure, just put a question mark. 3 2 is 6, 3 into 2 6, put a question mark. 6 plus 6, 12 equal 12. That means left hand side and right side are equal. Therefore 3, 2 is a solution of 2x plus 3y equal 12. So this is how we check whether given ordered pair is a solution or not. Okay, now next we are going to find out the k value when a solution is given. Okay, so next is find k value. Find the value of k if 3, 4 is a solution of 5x minus 2y equal to k. Now here it is given that this ordered pair is a solution of this linear equation in two variables, and then we have to find k value. So this ordered pair is a solution means when simultaneously if you take x equal to 3, y equal to 4, left hand side and right hand side becoming equal, right? So solution. So what is given? 3, 4 is a solution of 5x minus 2y equal to k. So 3, 4 is a solution of 5x minus 2y equals to k, means when you take a x equals to 3 and y equals to 4 and left hand side and right side are becoming equal. So it implies 5, in the place of x you are going to take 3 minus 2 into, in the place of y you are going to take 4 equal to k. 5 into 3, 8 minus 4, 5 into 3, it's 15, and 2 into 4, 8 equals to k, so 7 equals to k, so it implies k value is 7. Right, so when when one ordered pair is a solution of a given linear equation to variable, means we are going to take simultaneously and equal to sign will be there, because it's already said that this is a solution. So solution means when you substitute, the left hand side and the right side become equal, so we get a k value. Now there's another way of asking this question, but the procedure is all same, like find the value of k if a point 3, 4 lies on the graph 5x minus 2y equals to k. So this is another way of asking questions. A point lies on a this graph, means this is a solution of this equation. So here what is given? A point, so point 3, 4 lies on the graph 5x minus 2y equals to k. A point lies on a graph means this point is a solution of this equation. So it implies 3, 4 is a solution of 5x minus 2y equal to k. So it's a solution means you're going to take x equals to 3, y equals to 4, and the same procedure you will get, and then here repeat same, all the same thing. So here, and this is another way of asking. A point lies on a graph means an ordered pair is a solution of the given linear equation to a variable. So this is how we find out the k value. Okay, now next is a graph. Okay, so the next topic is to draw the graph of given linear equation 2 variable. So linear equation 2 variable, when we plot in a graph, it becomes a straight line. So now we are going to plot a linear equation, to plot a linear equation in 2 variable in a graph. Okay, so we have an equation x plus 2y equal to 6. Now we are going to plot this linear equation 2 variable. So in order to plot a line, we need at least 2 points, and so when we join these 2 points, then we'll get a line. So in order to get a 2 point, we will going to find 2 solutions. So each solution will become a point in a graph, or on a plane, or in a Cartesian plane. So first write down the equation, that is x plus 2y equal to 6. Now we're going to find 2 solutions. So 2 solution is enough to plot a graph. Okay, when x equal to 0, then what we get? Substitute x equal to 0 in the equation. 0 plus 2y equal to 6. That means 2y equal to 6. Y equal to 6 divided by 2, y equal to 3. Right, we got one solution. Okay, now we are going to find another solution. When x equals to 1, then we get 1 plus 2y equal to 6. 2y equal to 6 minus 1, 2y equal to 5, y equals to 5 divided by 2, y equal to 2.5. So we got a 2 solution, right? Then we're going to write in a tabular form, so that it will be easy for us to reference when we plot a graph x and y. So when x equal to 0, we get y3. When x equals to 1, we get y equals to 2.5. Okay, now we are going to take these 2 solutions, and we're going to plot a point in a graph, and then we'll get the graph of this linear equation 2 variable. Okay, so I'm going to draw a reference line. This is my y-axis. Okay, so this is x-axis and this is y-axis, its origin. So I'm going to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Okay, now we have a 2 points. X, when x equal to 0 we get y equal to 3, when x equal to 1 we get y 2.5. Now we're going to plot a point. So when x equals to 0 we get y equal to 3. So x equals to 0, y equals to 3. So here 0, 3, it's a 1 point. So another point is when x equals to 1, y equals to 2.5. When x equals to 1, y value is 2.5. So when x equals to 1, y 2.5. So we got 2 points. We're going to join this 2 point. So when you join a line, you should be very careful, because line should exactly go through the points, not by touching it. Simply touching is not sufficient. The line should exactly go through the point. So this is the graph of the given linear equation x plus 2y. So we are going to name the graph as x plus 2y equal to 6. Okay, so this is our required graph. So the next question is, at what point does the graph cuts x-axis and y-axis? So this is your x-axis, right? And this is your y-axis. Now from the graph we are going to show at what point this graph cuts the x-axis. So here the x-axis is cut at here and y-axis is cut at here, right? So we're going to write here the coordinate is 6, 0, here 0, 3. Therefore the graph cuts x-axis at here. The x-axis, where does it cut x-axis? Here. So here the x value is 0, y value is, x value is 6, y value is 0. So the graph cuts x-axis at 6, 0 and y-axis at 0, 3. Okay. Okay, so the next question, again we are going to do same graph but a little bit different, and here we have plot one graph in a Cartesian plane. Now we are going to see how to plot two graphs in a same graph paper. Okay, now here what we have to do is, on a graph we have to draw two straight lines which represents 2x minus y equals to 3 and 3x plus 2y equals to 1, and after that we have to find the point of intersection. So leave that part for a while. First we are going to plot. So in order to plot a graph we have to find two solutions for each graph, right? Okay, so let's take this equation, 2x minus y equals to 3. So now for this particular equation we have to find two solutions, right? So how do we find solution? When x equals to 1, it becomes 2 into minus y equals to 3. So negative y equals to 3. 2 goes there, it becomes negative. Negative y equals to 1. Therefore y becomes negative 1. Right? Okay, one more. When x equals to 2, then it becomes, in the place of x you're going to write 2. 2 into 2 minus y equals to 3. Then 4 minus y equals to 3. Negative y equals to 3 minus 4. Because it goes there, it becomes negative, equals to negative 1. Therefore y equals to positive 1. right? So we're going to write in table form, right? So when x equals to 1, y value is -1. When x equals to 2, y value is 1. This is for one equation. Okay, now we have to find a solution of another graph. Another equation, 3x plus 2y equals to 3x plus 2y equals to 1. Okay, what we're going to do, find two solutions. When x equals to 1, it becomes 3 into 1 plus 2y equal to 1. So 2y equals to 1, 3 goes there, it becomes -3. So 2y equals to -2, y equals to -2 divided by 2 means y equals to 1, right? Okay, next, when x equals to say 0, when x equals 0, then it becomes 3 into 0 plus 2y equals to 1. So it becomes 2y equals to 1, y equals to 1 divided by 2, y equals to 0.5, right? So we write in table form x and y. When x equals to 1, we get y equals to 1. When, okay, sorry, here x value is -1, because negative, here we have -1, so x value is -1, and then when x equals to 0, we get y equals to 0.5. Okay, it's very simple. Now we are going to plot in a graph. It's my graph paper. Okay, all the same thing. We're going to draw a reference line here, and then I'm going to draw a reference line, okay, like this. So this is my x-axis, this is my y-axis, and this is a reference line. Okay, so we have a point 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to take 2 centimeter as 1 unit. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. -y1, -y2, -x1, right? Okay, and we have 2 equations. For 2x minus y equal to 3, we have x and y. We have taken x equals to 1, we get y equals -1. When x equals 2, y equals to 1. Another equation is 3x plus 2y equals to 1. Okay, we have a 2 solution. Yes, when x equals to 1, y equals -1. When x equals to 0, y equals to 0.5. Okay, now we are going to plot turn by turn. Okay, don't mix up all the things, then you will get confused. First, plot 2 points of this equation, join it. Okay, then plot 2 points of this equation and join it. Okay, so when x equals to 1, y equals to -1. 1 comma -1. Then when x equals to, y equals to 1. Right? Okay, we are going to join these 2 lines. Okay, so when you join the point, you should be very careful, because the line should exactly go through the point, not simply touching. Okay, so what is the name of this graph? 2x minus y equal to 3. Okay, so the next graph. Now when x equals to 1, y equals to -1. Okay, when x equals to 0, y equals to 0.5. When x equals to 0, y equal to 0.5. Okay, same thing. Here. Okay, finish. So this is our graph. We're going to name the graph 3x plus 2y equals to 1. So the next is find the point of intersection of the 2 lines. So these 2 lines, 2x minus y equals 3 and 3x plus 2y, where does it intersect? Here. These 2 graphs intersected here. Then what is the coordinates of this point? So it's 1, -1. So it's very simple. Therefore, the point of intersection is 1, -1. Done. Okay. Now let's do another graph, another type of graph. Say, draw the graph of a linear equation. Draw the graph of linear equation. Draw the graph of linear equation y equals to mx plus c. Now here we need to have only two variables, but here we are seeing 4 different letters. So y and x are constant here because the m value is 2. So it's very easy. Simply you have to replace m is equals to 2 and c equals to 1. Okay. So solution. So the m value is 2 and c value is 1. Therefore y becomes 2x plus 1. So this is our equation. Now we have to draw the graph. So same thing, to draw a graph, what we have to do, same process. You draw a graph, and then here we have one more thing, read from the graph. So how do we draw a graph? We have to find two solutions. When x equals to 0, what we get, y equals to 2 into 0 plus 1, which is equals to 2 into 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1. So y equals to 1. Okay, we're going to find one more solution. When when x equals to say 2, then y equals to 2 into 2 plus 1. So y equals to 2 into 2, 4 plus 1, 5. Got it? So our two solutions are when x equals to 0, y 1, when x equals to 2, y equals to 5. Okay, now next we're going to plot a graph. It's very easy. Okay, here's my graph. I'm going to draw a reference line. X dash, y dash is my y-axis, its origin. Okay, x value 0, sorry, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so -1, -2, -1, -2. So the 2 points are x, y, 0, we get y1, 2, we get y5. So very simple. How do we plot? When x equals to, y equals to 1. Okay, this is 1 point. When x equals to 2, when x equals to 0, y equals to 1. When x equals to 2, y equals to 5. Right? So 2, 5. Okay, you just join the 2 point, and again I'm telling you, the line should exactly go through the 2 points. The line should exactly go through 2 points. So name of this graph is y equals 2x plus 1. Okay, we have one more. We have not finished the question completely. Now the next is read from the graph. Now we are going to use the graph, right? So read from the graph the value of y when x equals to 3/2. So means we have to find the y value from the graph when the x value is 3.5. I mean 3 divided by 2. So 3 divided by 2 means 1.5. So it's very simple. What you're going to do is, okay, x, what is given? X equals to 3/2. 3/2 means 1.5. So this is x 3/2. Here x value is 3/2. So from this you draw a perpendicular line parallel to x-axis. Just dotted line, go up and stop until it touches the graph. So when it touches the graph, okay, turn and draw a line parallel, draw a dotted line parallel to x-axis. and here. So it's very simple. When x equals to 3 by 2, then y equals to 4. So from the graph, when x equals to 3 by 2, then y value is 4. Finish. This is how we plot a graph. Okay, now next we will do another word problems relating to linear equations in two variables. So the next word problem is taxi fare. Okay, now we'll read the question and we'll try to understand. The taxi fare in a city is charged as per the rates stated below. The rate for the first kilometer of journey is ₹5 and rate for the subsequent distance covered is ₹4 per kilometer. Now the taking distance covered as x kilometer, right? We don't know the total distance covered, right? So we are going to take as x kilometer and the total fare as ₹y. Now write the linear equation in two variables x and y to express the above statement. Okay, now it's for the first kilometer it's ₹5 and the remaining each kilometer it's ₹4 per kilometer, right? So in this word problem we are going to express in terms of linear equation in two variables. So the distance in taxi fare we have two variables, one is distance and another one's taxi fare, total taxi fare. So the distance covered is taking as x and total fare is taking as y, and then we're going to plot a graph. Okay, so let's, for example, this is the point of origin and this is our destiny, and we're going to cover by a taxi. Okay, now the total distance is x kilometer, right? Now the taxi fare is charged as for the first kilometer, right? For the first kilometer, suppose here you have covered 1 kilometer. Now for the first kilometer you are going to pay ₹5, right? So how many distance left after first kilometer? Total is x, so x minus 1 kilometer, and remaining each kilometer you are going to pay ₹4, and then so on. So remaining each kilometer you are going to pay ₹4, right? So here the unknown is distance covered and total fare. So what are we going to write? Let the distance traveled be x kilometer, and next unknown is fare, and let the total fare be ₹y. Okay, so according to the question, according to the condition, how do we pay taxi fare? So for the first kilometer we are going to pay ₹5, and then remaining each kilometer we are going to pay ₹4. So how many distance left? My total distance is x kilometer and one distance covered, then the remaining distance is x minus 1. So remaining each kilometer we are going to pay ₹4. When you add these two you will get the total fare, and the total fare is y, and this is how we express linear equation in two variables. Now simplify this equation. Y equal 5 plus 4x minus 4, which is equals to 1 plus 4x. 5 negative 4 means 4. So this is linear equation in two variables. So this is the required, this is the required equation. So it's very simple, right? Now next what we have to do is draw the graph. We are going to draw a graph. So what we have to do in order to draw a graph? So we have already done many questions. So to draw a graph means we have to find 2 points and plot the 2 points in graph, connect by a straight line, and this given this straight line is the required graph of this linear equation 2 variable, right? So next is find 2 solution. So when x equals to 0, what we get? Y equal to 1 plus 4 into 0, that is 4 into 0 equals to 0, 0 plus 1 equals to 1. So y value is 1. Okay, so the next what we have to do is we take another x value. When x equals to say 2, then what we get? Y equals to 1 plus 4 into 2 equals to 4 into 2, 8, 8 plus 1, 9. Y equals to 9. Now we are going to write in tabular form so that it will be easy for us to plot in a graph. Okay, so x equals to 0, then y becomes 1. When x equals to 2, y becomes 9. Okay, now next we are going to plot a graph. So this is my graph. I'm going to plot a graph. This taxi fare I'm going to represent in graph. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. Okay, so it's origin. Okay, now what we're going to write? X values of 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Simultaneously y1, y2, y3, y4, y5, y6, y7, y8, y9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, so on. Then x -1, -2, -1, -2. Okay, we have a 2 point. When x equals to 0, y is 1. X equal to 0, we get y equals to 1. 0, 1. When x equals to 2, then y is 9. x2, here's x2, you go straight up, y 9, 2, 9. So next thing is, you join these 2 points. And I told you already before, when you join a line, you should be very careful, because the line should exactly go through the point. Okay, so this is our, okay, I'm going to extend it further because we have to read from the graph. Okay, so this is our graph. What we're going to name as y equals to 1 plus 4x. Okay, so far we finished the major portion of the question. Now you should be very careful, because you have to read the question carefully. Now the last part is read from the graph the distance traveled. Distance traveled means the x value when the fare is rupees 13. That means when y value is 13, then what is the x value? So we have to read from the graph. Okay. Now, what is given from the graph? We have to find x value, and what is given? Y value is given, right? Fare means, taxi fare means it's a y value, and distance means it's x value. So when y equals to 13, so where's y? This is a y positive 13. So from here you're going to draw a dotted line parallel to x-axis, and when it touches the graph, you're going to turn the direction. Then you're going to draw dotted line parallel to y-axis downward. So it's same. So when y equals to 30 means from positive y13 you are going to draw a dotted line parallel to the x-axis. When it touches the graph, okay, you come down, again draw a dotted line parallel to the y-axis, and you are going to use your scale to connect this dotted line. Okay, so it touches the x-axis at 3. So that means when y equals to 13, x equals to 3. So when y equals to 13, then x equals to 3. So it implies distance traveled is 3 kilometer. Finish. So this is how we plot a graph. Okay, so next we have another problem. So the next word problem is work done. Okay, now the same thing we have done a taxi fare. Now next the problem is work done. It's also very easy. Now we're going to read the question carefully first. The work done by a body on an application of constant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled in a straight line. So express this in the form of linear equation in two variables. So here work done is directly proportional to the distance traveled, and here the force in work done, the force is constant, right? So you need to keep in mind the work done formula. Work done equals to force into distance traveled, and the force is considered as constant, right? So we have two variables, work done and distance. Okay, so let the work done by a body be y. So here units, you're going to write units, and let the distance traveled be x units. So in work done, what we're going to do is W is taking as y, D is taking as x. In work done, the two variables are work done and distance. Okay, so here the constant force, the force is constant, and what is the constant value? Here, draw its graph by taking the constant force as 3 units. That means F you're going to take as a 3. So constant force is 3 units. Okay, now next, according to the condition, work done is equals to, right, work done in the place of W you're going to write y F. Here you have a 3 into x, the distance you have going to write x, so into x, so it becomes y equals to 3x. So this is the required equation. Next, what we're going to do is we have to draw its graph. So what we have to do in order to draw a graph, we have to find two solutions. Okay, now procedure is same. When x equals to 0, y becomes 3 into, in the place of x you're going to write 0, so y becomes 0. One solution. Okay, two solutions is sufficient. When x equals to 1, then y becomes 3 into, in the place of x you're going to write 1, so y equals to 3, right? So we have two solutions. Now we're going to write in tabular column form, so it will be easy for us to refer when we plot a graph. So when x value is 0, we get a y value 0. When x value is 1, we have a y value 3. Now we're going to plot a graph. So here it's my graph. I'm going to plot it. First I'm going to draw a reference line, and here another reference line. Two lines are mutually perpendicular to each other. So this is my x-axis, and this is my y-axis. Here it's the origin 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2. Okay, so I have drawn my reference line. Now we have x and y. Will x equals 0, then y becomes 0. When x equals to 1, y equals to 3. So we're going to plot a point. When x equals to 0, y is 0. So this is 1 point, 0, 0. So next is when x equals to 1, we get y equals 3. So when x equals to 1, y, you go straight up here. When x equals to 1, y value is 3. Now next we're going to join these 2 points, and I'm telling you again, when you draw a line, the line should exactly go through the point, not simply touching the point. We're going to draw it and extend it further. Okay, so this is my line. Okay, I'm going to give the name of line. What is the name of the line? Y equals to 3x. So y equals to 3x. We finish? Not yet. Now the last portion. Read from the graph. Now read from the graph means we have to use the graph and we have to find one value. So here what we have to find is we have to find work done, and when the distance traveled is 2 units, means the distance traveled here is x, work done is y. So when x is 2, what is the y value? Read from the graph. So you are not going to calculate it, you are going to use the graph. So when x equals to 2, means where is x2? Here 2, you're going to draw a line, dotted line, and continue it and until it touches the graph. Okay, now when it touches the graph, you turn left and draw a line, a dotted line parallel to x-axis. So here when x equals to 2, we get y equals to 6. So finish. So from the graph, when x value is 2, means the distance travel is 2, then it implies y value is 6. So y value 6 means work done. Y means work done, right? Work done is 6 units. Finish. Okay, so the next problem is force. The force is, will do the procedure of doing the force is exactly same as work done. Now again, so we have a force. So force required to produce an acceleration in a body of a constant mass is directly proportional to acceleration. Now first you need to write on a formula of force. Force is equals to mass into acceleration. Now in the force, what we consider is mass is taking as constant, right? So this m value is going to take as a constant. So constant value will be given in the question. So we go down, draw the graph of same by taking the constant mass equals to 3, means the constant mass we are going to take as 3. Okay, then we have a 2 variable f and a, so force and acceleration. So force we are going to take as y, acceleration we are going to write as x. Okay, so we are going to express in linear equation 2 variable. In force we have a 2 variables, force and acceleration. Mass is taking as a constant. So let the force applied let the force applied be y. Now here you should be very careful because the units is already given. If the units is not given, then you can write the units. Now here force is given, so force is measured in newtons, so you're going to write y newtons, right, or in capital letter, or you can write like capital letter N. And then next let the acceleration produced be acceleration is taking as x meter per sec square. Okay, so according to the question or condition, F is equals to NA, right? We knew the formula of force. So F we're going to write as Y, and here's a constant. Okay, sorry, I'm going to write the constant. Let here, what is the constant mass? So here, constant mass equals to 3 kg, right? So in the place of a m, you're going to write 3 into acceleration, we're going to write x. So y equals to 3x, right? So this is the required equation of a force. So the procedure of doing the solving of force and work done are exactly same, one and the same thing. This is the required equation. Okay, so remaining we're going to plot the graph, right? So same thing, what we're going to do, we're going to find two solutions. When x equals to 0, y value is equal to 3 into 0, so y equals to 0. Okay, one more solution. When x equals to 1, then y equals to 3 into 1, which equals to y equals to 3. So we have got our two solutions. We're going to write in table form x and y. So what x value is, when x is 0, y equals to 2. When x equals to 1, y equals to 3. Okay, now we are going to plot the graph of force. So first I'm going to draw a reference line. This is my x-axis. This is my y-axis. So it's origin 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. So we have a point x and y. When x equals 0, we get y 0. When x equals 1, we get y equals to 3. Okay, now we're going to plot the point. When x equals 0, y equals to 0 means here, this is the point. Next one, when x equals 1, y equals 3. 1, comma 3. Okay, now we're going to plot the point. You should be very careful in plotting the point. The line should go exactly to the point. Okay. Okay. So this is our graph, the graph of a force. We're going to, what is the name of the graph? Y equals to 3x. Okay, now the last part, that is read from the graph. Read from the graph. So we have to find the force required when the acceleration produced is 2 meters square. So acceleration means x value, force means y value. When x equals to 2, what is y value? When x equals to 3, what is y value? Okay, so first, when x equals to 2, right? So when x equals to 2, what you're going to do is draw a dotted line through 2 until it touches the graph. Okay, so it touches here, then turn left. So when x equals to 2, then we get y equals to 6, right? So from the graph, first, when acceleration means x, right? When x equals to 2, then it implies y value is 6. So that is, y means force, right? So force applied is 6. And what is the unit of force? Here in this question, particular question, the unit has been given already. So we're going to write down 6 newtons.